be rather energized to again. And I guess my group is going to kickstart with our little presentation on peace by established needs. So my group has split up into three. So what we would do at the beginning is reflect on the last 2 to 3 days on what they've learned. Then we came up with looking at root causes and finding solutions through established needs, and eventually finding solutions and workable projects that you can actually implement in your own countries. So group 1 out of 1, can you take it away?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So we all know that we've done a huge job during previous 4 days, 3-4 days, and actually I think the time was pretty short, but we tried to do our best. So we represent the first group, Peace by Established Needs, and we try to mainly find out the key issues in youth, which are, for example, unemployment, social problems, political problems, and engagement of youth in all those mentioned things. So I would ask now my friend Regika to come now to continue on this, because I was ready only for the introduction, sorry.
Say it wrong, it's fine.
That was great.
너무 그래요, 안
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will try to define the purpose of peace by established needs. Peace by established means using the system that's implemented or applied in a society, like creation of platform on government level for young people. It's by the way, it's a particular issue with the young creation of youth parliament. It is in some countries like Philippines there is youth parliament. In some countries there is no parliament. This is good means of peace for youth people, and then make our voices heard for the politicians in a business issue, in building of peace in different issues, and also advocacy in the campaigning. As you know, advocacy in the campaigning is the one means of peace building, and also petitioning, local politicians taking initiative, attending public meetings, attending peace meetings for youth. It's one solution and one way of peace building in youth meeting. That means we can address our problems by attending meetings, public meetings, and youth advisory committees, advising of educational policies, advising. This is education is the one tool of peace building and to create a peace in a one country, to promote a peace in one country. So it's the one and the main tool. In some countries, the policies of education is really bad and it's not it has no inequality. So amending and revising our education policies and establishing links between youth, government, and other stakeholders, like in the top part of the society. In the middle and the grassroots, like the top society means the leaders, the middle like think-tank groups, the grassroots are like us and the ordinary society. And also getting involvement in national party politics, being a member in political parties, to give our voices, to address our problems, and the other. And the next presentation will be by Tina.
So I will tell a bit in some words how our work has been divided. We have been divided in 4 continents, or 4 different continents. It was Africa, Asia, Europe, and America. and we discussed about the main issues and main problems about that has youth generation and youth people. So the main questions were: what are the key issues for youth globally? And we went to the decision that the main reason of and the main problems for youth nowadays is the unemployment and the lack of representation of youth in the government. And there are also some social problems. Maybe you can give us some more examples.
Hello. Actually, before that, I just would like to say how did we come up with these issues. In our streams, we actually identified the key issues in relation to peace. And how did we do that? We actually divided ourselves according to the regions and continents we came from. So we have Africa, we have North America and Europe combined. We also have Southeast Asia and South Asia combined, and we have Central Asia, Eastern Europe, and the Caucasus combined. Yeah, and the Middle East. And from the issues presented by these groups, representing continents and regions of the world, we categorize the issues according to relevance. So we have first unemployment, second we have youth/political representation, and the last one we have the social problems.
Yeah, so we have identified three key issues. The first, unemployment and for economic opportunity, and then the second, political representative, and the third, social problem. But then we discussed about differences in some regions, those regions that have been divided. For example, like unemployment in Europe and Asia, we have differences as well. Like in Europe, the cause of unemployment is like they identified as the impact of immigration. So people in Europe, for example, they think that these immigrants come to Europe and they just take all the jobs there. So everything is taken by these immigrants. And in Asia, it's because of political instability and some radicalization, some radical ideology. So politically is unstable, so it impacts to the unemployment rate. And then the second, young representative. So in some regions, for example, we have some young parliament, for example, in Philippines or Indonesia, we have this young parliament to get all the youths their voice heard. So for example, if these youths, their voice is not heard, then for example, in some cases, like in Asia, they go to the street, they give protest, sometimes they involve in gang fight, sometimes they involve in student fight as well. And then the third is social problem. We have, and actually these are related to one another. For example, social problem, it is also caused by unemployment. We have identified some problem, social problem, for example, violence in, let's say, Indonesia, Philippines, and also brainwashing. This brainwashing impacts also leads to unemployment as well. And it is because of political ideology. And it really impacts the youth. And finally, we have some gang fights. For example, in Indonesia, like it's common. It's every year we have gang fight. We have student fight, and we have identified also the cause of this, because these youths, they don't have like representation. That's why in some areas they have they have established the youth parliament to get their voice heard. Thank you.
Okay, so that was part one of our workshops. Now I'm going to invite part two of the workshop to come up.
Ты очень